Good morning. Welcome to this first full Zoom live stream. I want to remind you all to please stay muted while we have the service. And remember flexibility. We're trying new technology, so we're hoping that this will work. So let's open our hearts to this moment, to this time, to this worship together. Let us ground ourselves in place and cyberspace for this time of gathering, for this sharing, belonging, and life. It's good to be together. I want to start before our opening hymn to mention something that is on many of our hearts and minds. The death of a beloved member, Anne Hallett, due to complications from the coronavirus. It is very hard in this social distancing time to grieve, very hard that we can't gather together and comfort each other the way we are used to. So I'd like to ask you all to picture each other, picture whoever you'd like to picture, including Anne. And for a short time, we will be in silence in honor of Anne Hallett. Hold each other in love. In celebration of this great spirit, I say amen. And I'm going to light 2 candles, some extra candles with our chalice. This first one is for Anne's life and experiences and wisdom. This second one is for Anne's legacy, all the ways that her life will still have ripple effect, how many lives she touched and still is known amongst us. So let us sing our first hymn. It is our doxology. We'll go through it twice. From all that dwell below the skies. And as I light the chalice, let us say our call to worship together. We gather to celebrate the sacred within and among us. We come to seek spiritual growth and understanding. We strive to practice acceptance, forgiveness, and love. Together, we work to build a world with justice and compassion. Come, let us gather together. And now Laurel Whitehouse will have a story for us.
So once there were two caterpillars, each of them squeezed out of a very tight little egg onto a leaf, which they ate. One caterpillar was named Scrunchy, and as she humped along the leaf she was eating, she hummed a little tune to herself. Moth, moth, I'm gonna be a moth. Soon, she looked over and saw another caterpillar on the leaf next to her. She called out, "Hi, I'm going to be a moth. How about you?" And the other moth replied, "How unfortunate for you." Her name was Vena. "I am going to be a butterfly." Yes, that's right, a butterfly. Only 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10 caterpillars get to be butterflies, and I am one of them. The rest become ordinary moths like you. "Lucky you," said Scrunchy. "Still, it's a great day, isn't it? It's nice to be out of that tight egg where there was nothing to do, and there's sun on our backs, and the wind is keeping our faces cool. It's really nice here. Moth, moth, I'm going to be a moth." "Never mind today," said Vena. "What matters is tomorrow, when I become a butterfly, as only 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10 caterpillars manage to do. You poor unfortunate moth to be, you will not become a butterfly. You will become a moth, an ordinary, useless moth. I will transform. I will create a shining, sleek chrysalis, and inside it I will transform into something amazing, a beautiful butterfly with wings of outstanding color. You will make a fuzzy cocoon and turn into a moth." "I think it'll be great to be a moth," said Scrunchy. "I'll get to fly around all night. I'll see the moon come up. I'll see the moon set. It's going to be great. Moth, moth, I'm going to be a moth." "Well, I will flutter elegantly from flower to flower with my beautiful wings glistening in the sun. My colors will be far brighter than yours. That's right. I will be the 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10 caterpillar who turns into a butterfly instead of a lowly moth. And when I land on a flower, my wings will fold back perfectly, while you will lay about draggily with your wings extended." "May it be so," said Scrunchy. "But have you noticed the amazing clouds overhead and the way those red flowers are swaying in the breeze today? Moth, moth, I'm going to be a moth." "Pathetic worm," said Vena. "Why do you bother with this day, this moment, when it is the future that matters? The future when I will be a butterfly, being one of the lucky 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10, and you will not. I will have long, thin antennae. I will have a sleek, slim body. My wings will be amazing. You will have short, stubby little antennae. Your body will be fat, and your wings will be muted. It will be awful. And I will flutter from flower to flower and sip some warmed nectar out of my long proboscis. By the time you crawl out at night, the best nectar will be gone." "Gee, I kind of like to live in the moment," answered Scrunchy. "Moth, and I'm going to enjoy it. Moth, moth, I'm going to be a moth." And so the days passed, and Scrunchy and Vena ate more and more leaves, and they got bigger and fatter and longer, until finally the time came for them to transform yet again. And Scrunchy waited patiently, humming her little song to herself. And meanwhile, Vena fussed and fretted and wondered when her moment would ever come. At last, the great day came. They each managed to crawl out onto a leaf, and side by side they were, as they were when they came out of their eggs. Vena came out first, and she looked down at herself eagerly, but she saw a stout, fuzzy body. She saw short, feathery antennae. She saw muted colors on her wings. Oh, oh no, she cried. No, it can't be true. I can't be a moth. And out comes Scrunchy, and she stretched and flexed her wings and looked around at herself and said, hey, I've got a slim body. I've got long, thin antennae. I have wonderfully colorful wings. Hey, what do you know? Vena, I turned into a butterfly. Can you beat that? Butterfly, butterfly, I turned into a butterfly. And off she fluttered.
And now let's have a time of stillness together. First, just remember you have a body. Let yourself sort of squirm a little. Move your neck, your shoulders a bit. Maybe move your hands a bit. Settle into your body. Let your breath go in and out. And know this is our lives, letting go and receiving. Inhaling, exhaling. In stillness. Blessings be. Now a reading with Frank Graham.
This is a Ute prayer. Earth, teach me quiet as the grasses are still with new light. Earth, teach me suffering as old stones suffer with memory. Earth, teach me humility as blossoms are humble with beginning. Earth, teach me caring as mothers nurture their young. Earth, teach me courage as the tree that stands alone. Earth, teach me limitation as the ant that crawls on the ground. Earth, teach me freedom as the eagle that soars in the sky. Earth, teach me acceptance as the leaves that die each fall. Earth, teach me renewal as the seed that rises in the spring. Earth, teach me to forget myself as melted snow forgets its life. Earth, teach me to remember kindness as dry fields weep with rain.
Earth, teach me. These days we are more aware of our embodied being and of this shared earth. In world wars, we were aware of global conflicts. This time, we're aware of shared survival. we need a larger wisdom than our merely human imagination. Earth, teach me. This Wednesday, April 22nd, marks the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, an annual global observance in support of environmental protection. It's a day to remind us to celebrate Earth, our home, and recognize our responsibility as creatures of the Earth. We're given the ability to understand interdependence. Our bodies are navigating it every day. And nature offers an abundance of wisdom. How can we ground ourselves? How can we make choices when our future is unknown? How can we live in this fear and tension? I've been thinking of 3 principles that it teaches: transformation, resilience, and harmony. None of these come easily, and all of these point to change. However, they also give entrance to being fully, joyfully alive in our particular lifetime. Transformation. Transformation is the way of cosmic harmony and the way of Earth's resilience. Laurel's story points to a popular inroad to the understanding of transformation, metamorphosis, the caterpillar changing shape, transforming into the moth or butterfly. When the caterpillar enters the transition phase inside the chrysalis, it completely loses its former shape, metamorphosis. It completely loses its way of being and dwells in an unshapable ooze for some time. Neither this nor that, neither up nor down, a wilderness without form, without clear boundaries. Anyone feel like that these days? No longer what was, no clue of what will be, the changing shape phase of which we have little control. Now, this is something that happens all the time in our lives, but now it's all we know of our lives. Humanity's transformation. And we are equipped to do it. At a staff meeting a couple weeks ago, one commented that this time will be documented in history. People years from now will study this time. How will we live into this transformative time? What will people read about us? Can we trust our natural ability to change shape in order to thrive? And again, it really feels good to be in this ooze. So be gentle with yourselves and don't give up. Which brings me to the second principle, resilience. In nature, resilience has to do with letting go and letting be while persevering through change. It's a giving over to the strength of life and participating in it. It takes both humility and faith. Let's look at the acorn. In order to become an oak tree, an acorn has to break open its shell all the way, lose its form, its familiar protection, in order to continue on and find its growth to become resilience and rooted in new life. How many of us feel our familiar protection is cracking open or gone? How do we want to root ourselves in this new life? The third principle will help, the principle of harmony. Now, the first thing that harmony needs is diversity. Different ways of being converging into a vibrant whole. You cannot have harmony without diversity. Nature tells us that diversity is our survival. So right now, there are people who are risking their lives and health for our survival. People we don't usually notice in mainstream media or with the stock market or as part of our celebrity hunger. Are we creating harmony in our lives, or do we as a society give some voices and ways of being more room, more privileges, more attention to the point of obscuring whole populations? What can we learn about our former disharmonies? How have we been out of balance? Look to who we're relying on now, relying on for our lives. Look to who is coming through for humanity. What can we learn about supporting one another in the spirit of diversity and interdependent worth? Now, one of the first times this became a question for humanity was when a photo was taken from the Apollo 17 spacecraft in the 1970s on its way to the moon. The blue marble became the name of this image, a picture of the Earth in space, a swirl of colors intertwined in a globe of being shared by all. This Earth, our home, became a rallying cry and an inspiration for environmental activists. So on this, the 50th anniversary Earth Week, while we ponder our own survival, let us remember the home on which we live and ask ourselves, what are the ways we can be in more harmony with the Earth? Let us notice the reduced human consumption of these last few months. Skies are clearer, water less compromised these days. There's even a drop in seismic noise on the Earth's crust. What ways of being do we need to let go of out of the ooze of uncertainty and into a new way of being? This is something we can do. We can transform. We can abide with resilience and find harmony of being. It's in our DNA, we Earth creatures. Transformation, resilience, harmony, it's in our DNA. Happy Earth Week. Stay safe, be well. So may it be. Amen.
Soft is the voice of an angel, breathing a message unheard. Hope with a gentle persuasion whispers a comforting word. Wait till the darkness is over. Wait till the tempest is done. Hope for the sunshine tomorrow after the shower is gone. Whispering hope, oh, awake on my voice, making my heart in this darkness rejoice. Hope as an anchor so steadfast rends the dark veil from the soul. Will not the deepening darkness brighten the glimmering goal? Then when the night is upon us, why should the heart sink away? When the dark midnight is over,
Let us join our hearts in the spirit of prayer. Holy One of all being that is known by many names and in many ways, that spans way beyond our imagination and way in our deepest feelings and longing, come to our recognition. Help us with this time of not knowing, with this time of never feeling it will end, with this time of not being one way or another. Help us have faith that we are transforming, that there is a future we will find. And help us help each other when we feel stronger, and ask for help when we feel we need some resilience. Let us be deeply and widely interdependent and know we need one another. And let us lift up the prayers of strength and courage to all the people who are keeping our lives going these days: medical workers, farm laborers, long-distance drivers, postal workers, government parents teaching at home, children learning from home, grocers. Let us hold them all and be ever grateful for the energy of survival that we know into thriving. And may all the prayers lifted up but not spoken be held in love. Amen. And our offering for today, which we are doing text giving, is for AFAB. The Association of Haitian Women in Boston is a grassroots organization in Dorchester that empowers low-income women and children. It addresses poverty, poor health care, and overcrowded conditions. Please help AFAB do their lifeline work. All you need to do is text this number, 617-539-7576. Put in the amount you want to give, and you'll get instructions on how that will work. And with our offering plate lifted up, let us say our dedication together. May these gifts be transformed into strength for this faith community, into comfort, food, and shelter for those in need, and may we be transformed by generosity. Our closing hymn is For the Beauty of the Earth. We're just going to do the first verse. We'll sing it through twice. Join in whenever you know it. For the beauty of the earth, for the And as I extinguish the flame of our chalice, may the flame of our faith go deep and wide within us. May we know the resilience. May we know the transformation. May we know the harmony in our ways and walking and in our being. May we reach out to one another and find there a new home. Have a good week. Amen.
Amen.